When you really look at how Toronto's Afrobeat scene keeps thriving, despite competition, limited venues, and seasonal crowd shifts, there's one thing that quietly holds it all together: loyalty. Not just loyalty to the music, but loyalty to the DJs who have been putting in the work from day one. People might not realize it, but the bond between Toronto's Afrobeats DJs and their audience runs deeper than just parties. It's about trust. It's about consistency. It's about that sense of familiarity. When you walk into a room and see a name like DJ Havil, DJ Damiger, or DJ Mendosa on the lineup, you already know the vibe is going to hit. You don't even question it anymore, because you've seen them deliver over and over again. Let's be honest, Toronto nightlife can be unpredictable. One weekend the energy is high, the next it's flat. But these DJs have built reputations strong enough to guarantee a crowd. They've earned that level of loyalty through years of dedication, showing up early, reading the crowd, and adapting to whatever room they're in. Think about DJ Havil for a second. His rise wasn't built overnight. He grew through persistence, performing at smaller events, learning how to blend sounds that connect African and Caribbean audiences, and eventually becoming one of the most respected names in the city's scene. People don't just attend his events because of the flyers, they go because they trust his taste. That's the power of loyalty. Then there's DJ Damiger, an international name who brought a new level of professionalism and creativity to Toronto's Afrobeats culture. His ability to mix sounds from Lagos, Accra, and Toronto creates an experience that feels both global and homegrown. People who followed his journey aren't just fans, they're part of a community that supports his evolution. When Damiger throws a party, his crowd doesn't just show up, they show out. They bring friends, they post, they promote, and they proudly say, "That's my DJ." And of course, you can't talk about loyalty without mentioning DJ Mendosa. His influence on student parties at York University helped lay the foundation for a lot of what we see now. For many international students, he was their first introduction to Toronto's Afrobeats culture. He made people feel seen, Africans, Caribbeans, even Canadians who were just discovering the sound. That early connection built loyalty that still follows him today. What makes this loyalty so special is that it's built on emotion, not transactions. People aren't loyal to these DJs because of celebrity hype, they're loyal because these DJs represent moments in their lives. The first time they danced freely in a new country. The first time they felt at home in Toronto. The first time they experienced a crowd moving as one, to sounds that reminded them of back home. Those are emotional imprints, and once that bond is formed, it's hard to break. Loyalty also drives the culture forward in practical ways. When fans repeatedly support the same DJs, it gives them the consistency and confidence to grow their brands. It helps them invest in better equipment, plan larger events, and take creative risks. When a DJ knows their crowd has their back, they stop playing it safe, they start experimenting with new sounds, new collaborations, and bigger visions. That's how Afrobeats in Toronto has evolved, not because of random trends, but because loyal fans empowered local DJs to take things further. Every sold-out night, every shout-out, every repost on social media, all of it adds up. It tells the city, this culture matters. But loyalty goes both ways. The DJs who receive it also give it back. They show up for their audience in more ways than one. They remember faces, they recognize regulars, they shout out supporters on the mic, and they keep the vibe authentic. There's a personal connection there that no algorithm can replace. When DJ Havil curates a night, he's not just playing what's trending, he's playing what his people want to hear. When Damiger drops a mix, he's thinking about that Toronto crowd that's been rocking with him since day one. And when Mendoza sets up an event, he's thinking about the students who made his early shows feel like family gatherings. That feedback loop of appreciation keeps the energy pure. Now, in a city as diverse and fast-paced as Toronto, loyalty becomes even more important. Because every few months, new DJs pop up. New faces, new sounds, new promoters. But not all of them have staying power. What separates the greats from the rest is that deep, emotional loyalty, the one that keeps people coming back even when the weather's bad, the ticket prices go up, or there's another event happening across town. Loyalty protects culture from dilution. It keeps Afrobeats from becoming just another trend that comes and goes. Because when people stand behind their DJs, they're not just supporting individuals, they're supporting the entire community structure. They're saying, we choose to build with our own. And in return, these DJs keep raising the bar. They keep the sound alive. They keep Toronto connected to the pulse of Lagos, Accra, and the entire diaspora. They remind everyone that Afrobeats is more than just party music, it's identity, unity, and resilience wrapped in rhythm. Another thing loyalty does is create sustainability. Toronto's nightlife is expensive to maintain, from venue rentals to promotion to logistics. But when a DJ has a loyal base, they don't have to start from scratch every time they plan something. Their supporters become word-of-mouth marketers. Their events become predictable successes. That's what allows DJs like Havil, Damiger, and Mendosa to keep throwing consistent, quality events, because they're not guessing who will show up, they already know. There's also a sense of pride involved. People love to say, "I've been following this DJ from way back." That pride of early discovery fuels even more loyalty. Fans feel like they've grown together with the DJ, from small student events to packed downtown clubs. That shared history creates something money can't buy: community identity. If you've ever been to an Afrobeats night in Toronto, you've probably felt it, that energy when the crowd cheers before the next song even drops. That's not hype, that's trust. The audience already knows the DJ won't disappoint. That's the purest form of loyalty in action. And it's beautiful to see how this loyalty keeps opening doors. Because once a DJ builds a loyal base, opportunities follow, from collaborations with artists, to festival bookings, to sponsorship deals. The loyalty of the people becomes leverage. It becomes social proof that Afrobeats isn't just popular, it's powerful. What's even more interesting is how this loyalty extends beyond parties. You'll see people following these DJs on social media, streaming their mixes, attending their side projects, and even supporting their ventures outside of music. Because at this point, the DJs have become more than entertainers, they're cultural brands. And that's the key. Loyalty turns DJs into movements. It transforms a single person behind a turntable into a cultural force that can shift entire communities. That's exactly what's happening right now in Toronto's Afrobeats ecosystem. So when you see DJ Havil consistently selling out shows, or DJ Damiger headlining international events, or DJ Mendosa still commanding love years after York University days, understand that it's not luck. It's loyalty. It's years of genuine connection, hard work, and mutual respect between DJ and audience. Toronto's Afrobeat scene will continue to grow, evolve, and inspire, but at its foundation, it will always depend on that bond. Because without loyalty, all the glitz, all the lights, all the hype, fades away. What remains is the relationship between the people and the ones who give them rhythm. That's why loyalty to DJs like Havil, Damiger, and Mendosa isn't just personal, it's cultural preservation. It ensures that Afrobeats in Toronto doesn't lose its soul. It keeps the parties vibrant, the people united, and the sound authentic. Because at the end of the day, music moves the body, but loyalty? That's what moves the culture forward.